First of all, thank you so much for having me. It's an honor and a pleasure both. What I have in the book, what I have written in the book, is all about are those memoirs that have been positive and have made my life. The reason I wrote it, I jokingly always say that I wrote it to answer 1001 questions that my American friends had for me in the past. Who are you? Where are you from? What kind of a life you did have in Iran? Did you ride camels? No, I just saw them in the movies. I never saw a real camel in real life. And also, I noticed that us Iranians, we're a fairly young community in the US. Most of us migrated to US after the revolution in Iran, meaning 1979, the year of 1979. So it's a fairly young community, and this community has done a lot to inform one another rather than informing its host country in English. We have been throwing huge events in for speaking Farsi, plays, Farsi-speaking theater, songs, Farsi concerts. We've done not much to present our beautiful, rich culture to our host, to our beautiful host, and that, and also the lack of modern history in today's literature, especially Western literature, modern history of Iran. Many of my educated older friends, American friends, are pretty familiar with what happened in Iran in 1952. They can even describe it to you. Oh yes, CIA coup, Operation Ajax. But then, younger ones only know who Ahmadinejad is. Whatever happened in between, there are 3 decades. I was there until the age of 25. I lived in Iran under the Shah's reign, when Tehran was the Paris in the Middle East. It's interesting. Most of my readers, friends, Americans, English-speaking friends who are not familiar with Iran, who don't know about Iran that much, they're all very, very excited about finding out that I too was in love with Twiggy and discovered Twiggy, the tiniest model in the world. That I too listened to J.J. Cale and Bob Dylan and Leonard Cohen. That us too wore American imported bathing suits and played volleyball by the beach. That we more or less lived the same life as you lived in the United States or my friends in Britain. It was like a miracle when the production company of House of Sand and Fog found me, and the casting director, Deborah Akula, called me. She was looking for Shohreh Aghdashloo. And I said, oh my God, that sounds like my name, but it's not my name. Where did you find my name? Where did you get my name? She goes, I send my employees to Westwood and Beverly Hills to talk to all the good Iranians who've got businesses in those areas and ask them who their favorite actress was. And they all gave us your name, but with different spellings. That's why we cannot spell it right. Whatever your name is, do you mind coming here and sort it out for us? And I said, where to? And she said, DreamWorks. And I said, regarding what? And she said, the House of Sand and Fog. And I went speechless, because I had read the book. And I had told my husband in private that if one day they make a film out of this book and do not give me this role, it's very unfair of them. Then there is no democracy in this country. Knowing me, he said, oh, you're such a political animal. What has it got to do with democracy? I said, but I was born to play this role. A year later, they're calling me to give me this role, to not only prove to me that there is democracy in this country, but also you can achieve your dreams if you never give up. I heard that my role in 24, portraying a wife, a mother, a lover, a thinker, a terrorist, was supposed to be a typecast role. But I never felt that I was typecasted or stereotyped. And I kept saying that there is no such a type that I could be the stereo of it. Because this woman in 24, I created her from scratch. When, unfortunately, the 2001, when those people, terrorists, took 3,000 innocent lives, hit the Twin Towers in New York, I always thought, what kind of a mother did these people have? This Muhammad or Ahmad or Ali, they were raised somewhere. They had a mother. What did their mother teach them? Why are they doing this? Why are they taking 3,000 innocent lives in order to get even, or in order to hurt this country or the government of this country? Why are they doing this? Didn't their mother teach them that life is beautiful, that it's nice to be able to talk and hear each other's out, hear each other's opinion on different things? We don't have to necessarily accept each other's opinions, but at least we can hear each other's out and see what the other one has to say. Do we really need to kill each other in order to achieve our goals? And what kind of a goal is that? And what kind of a mother would ever teach such a thing? So that's a kind of person that I had in mind, and I went for it, and I tried. And as much as my audience was anxious to know what's going to happen next to me and what I'm going to do to other people next, I was going through it at the same time. What am I going to do with these people? Why am I doing this? Because as an actor, you're not supposed to judge your character, but you're supposed to justify what your character does. I very much believe in what Antonin Artaud, whom we call the father of theater, we used to call him the father of theater back in Iran. I very much believe in what he says. And he says, actors are people, are creatures who are standing in the fire pointing out to the truth. They have to burn themselves in order to point out to the truth. So for me, there aren't any inhibitions in playing a role, thinking that I've been typecasted here. I don't look at my roles like that. A couple of times I've been told that there are directors in Iran and filmmakers who would like to work with me. I've been even asked if I wouldn't mind wearing hijab, working in their films. I respect them so much. I believe in them so much. What they have done for the last 30 years is incredible. I am in awe of their work. I would love to work with them. I would love to work with Dariush Mehrdjoui. I would love to work with Kiarostami. I would love to work with Beizai. I would love to work with all the great directors nowadays who are working out of Iran. But I do believe that it's the government that would not allow them to work with me. I cannot even tell you how much I enjoyed working with Jon Stewart. This man is not just kind, nice, humble. He is a true human. And I told him once, I said, John, I love working with you. Day one, he said, I'm not a director. At the end of the day, after we shot a couple of scenes, I went to him and I said, John, you call yourself a non-director. You say that you're not a director. You're a born director, because you're doing exact same thing as other good directors do. You allow the actor to come up with his own interpretation of the role. And then if there are any details left, you would just remind the actor of those details, of those hidden corners, dark corners that the actor most probably has not seen or has not received. He's a very nice man, and what he did, this movie, again, I told him I would always be indebted to him for making this movie. It's called Rosewater, based on a book, Then They Came For Me, written by Maziar Bahari, British, Canadian, Iranian reporter, who's a Canadian citizen, went to Iran 4 years ago to cover the election, but obviously after the disputed elections, he was captured, tortured, and finally released. But this is Maziar's story of him going to Iran and being captured and tortured. And I guess many people ask me why Jon took this project, and I tell them because I believe, I haven't asked him yet, but I think this is Jon's take on the violation of journalists' rights around the globe. It's not just about Maziar and what happened in Iran. It's about all the journalists all around the world.
And what is your role in it?
I portray Maziar's mother, Muludun.